Hello traders, how are you? Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Hey, before we get started looking at the market and some charts for the watch list, just want a quick remind, please subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications when we send out a YouTube. You don't have to wait for an email to acknowledge that we've got one out there. You'll be one of the first to view that video. So please subscribe, hit that bell. Second thing is just right below the video, right below, you'll see two green boxes, check marks. One of them, if you click on that, it'll lead you right to a page on our website where we've got a lot of free stuff, and I plan to add a few more things later today, ebook type stuff and different things. Also, just underneath the video, you'll see one there for a 30-day trial. And this is for those that maybe are interested in taking trial with Hit and Run Candlesticks. And it gives you a chance to learn to see what we do, and then maybe you can do it for yourself. So anyway, give that a shot. Hope to see you in the room. Thank you very much. Remember, don't forget, members, trial members, don't forget to download the app and you'll get alert apps. Okay, you guys take care. Get ready. We're going to start looking at some charts and the market. Hey, good morning, everyone. How the heck are you on this Tuesday? So you can see where the SPY is popping up here. Can we call this Turnaround Tuesday? Maybe, at least for now. Hey, good morning, Ron, Gregor, John, JB, Steph, Aaron, Al. How you guys doing? Hope all well. Okay, let's see. Reminder, there is a public, everybody is invited, member, non-member, to e-learning tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern in the free room, the free trading room. Topic, I'm on deck, and what I'm going to have is 10 trades for you that I'm liking. And of course, please bring some trades and let's take a look at those. Could be long, short, anything there you like. And of course, answer any questions you might have about what we do or don't do. How's that? What else? Nothing else. Nothing I can think of. All right, so let's take off here. First thing I want to start with is T2122. We are not quite down here to this big oversold area. I'm not sure that means a whole great deal, to tell you the truth, since the charts are run by price, but it is nice to look at this from time to time. An example would be we went up here and popped up, here and popped up, here and popped up, so here and popped up, here and pop. I could go on and go on. We are getting close. I think the truth is most traders would probably like to see us down here, give you that warm and fuzzy feeling that we're in an oversold area. So we will keep an eye on this and see what it does. Most of all, I'm going to keep an eye on price and see what that does. We currently still have a downtrend here in the SPY. I currently believe that the sellers have control. No matter how exciting this little candle seems to be here pre-market, bulls just hopping and popping all over the place. They can hop and pop in their cage all they want, but until they break out of their cage, they're still in their cage. Pretty simple. So right here's the 200 period moving, right average, right where this blue line is, 448.34. Up over that. Okay, they've opened their cage door and they can get a little excited if they want. I'm sure liking what I'm seeing here, but we absolutely need follow through. That's going to be very, very important. We are still underneath the trend line, trinicator, so that gives me goodles and goodles of concern. Yesterday we closed under the 50 period moving average. That was a sad day if you ask me, but it looks like maybe we're trying to turn it around here. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's not get excited. Diamonds. Diamonds are pretty much the same way. I think overall, the past several days, I believe the diamonds have actually showed a bit more strength, a little more, a little more stubbornness to stay up than the SPY did. Now it looks like they may be trying to come together, which that could be a good thing in itself. We are still in a downtrend here, and we are well underneath the 200 period moving average. So even if we start to pop up, say today pop up, we're going to really need to get above that 200 period moving average. And if we do, I believe that will be um, a really good, make the bulls feel good, make them feel like they can go a little bit further, and then they can come up here and tackle these tops up here. So that would be a great little feather. That really would. Nice little trophy if that happened. The caution I would have here right now is don't jump the gun and, something like this happen right here where you jump the gun. Oh man, we're bullish. Yeah, boy. And then we just start climbing back down because this is still a downtrend. It is still a downtrend. It is still there, and the sellers are still in charge. Qs, bad boy Qs. So the Qs, I kind of like what they're doing right here. That's kind of nice, but still, nothing is going to change. We need to clear this downtrend. We need to be up here. We need to prove that we can hold, and then we need to move up. And we're going to have to clear both 200s and these highs up here. So there's a lot of work to be had. Okay, now with all that being negative, we do have a nice little run and a pullback. All we're waiting for is that next piece. And next piece. Could it start today? It sure could. It sure could. How about that old IWM? IWM, it's pulling back. Are we close enough to a double bottom? Sort of, kind of, maybe. We've got a nice inverted hammer yesterday. Inverted hammer. That is a nice candle after a pullback. And what this candle tells us after a pullback is it's not a reversal candle, but what it tells us is the sellers are starting to dry up. That's one thing it does do. It doesn't say that, it doesn't suggest the very next day is going to be bullish. It doesn't do that. I've seen plenty of selling continue, just not as bad, smaller candles, and it just sort of drips until, something catches it here. So with that inverted hammer, that is very possible that we're trying to put that bottom in, not to say it's going to be today. We also have a long-legged doji over here, what a rickshaw doji. That along with that inverted hammer, that has some bottoming type clues to it. It just does not mean that this is the bottom and this bullish move, what we're seeing this morning, we need to see follow through. And this is pre-market. We need to see what this thing does here at 202.55-ish. That's where we need to be above. So UVXY, go look at one of those VIX tools. Yesterday, I was, and I'm still concerned, very concerned about the low, the high, the higher low, and the fact that we were getting bullish here, because that is a bullish chart to me. A bullish chart is bullish until it's not bullish. A bearish chart is bearish until it's not bearish. So is today going to be one of those days where it's going to make it not bullish? Could be. If we start trending to the downside and we see the market starting to move up, that would be a good sign for the bulls. All right, let's take a look at a few charts here. Just a few. Hey, there's no way. I've got 14 on here, putting on the watch list. There's no way I'm going to get through them. So head over if you want to the blog. By the way, if you're ever in the room and just not doing anything, the blog is actually posted about 40 minutes ago with the stocks on there. So you can definitely get them early, go through them. Yeah, if you want. So GPN might be setting up here. GPN is well, it's not exactly a rounded bottom breakout, not exactly, because we don't have the correct distance between the 50 and the 200. We do have a very nice morning star signal here, and it appears that we're getting a little follow through so far today. We've got a nice low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, okay, we didn't make a higher high here, did we? Maybe this is just the consolidation part of it. So anyway, we break through here and hold above that dotted line. That's what we call the dotted deuce. Then I absolutely see us moving up toward that 200 period moving average. It's a pretty nice looking chart. AMCR, we've gone from some lows to highs to higher lows. Excuse me. In fact, I think what we can do is come in here and draw a line like so. And we've got a head and a shoulder and a head, making that inverted head and shoulder. So now what we're going to look for is a chart pattern, a price action chart pattern follow through above that head and shoulder. So if we take a look at this, we've come down to the shoulder, back up, head, shoulder, then down. And now we want to be above the top here, the top of the, I guess if that's a shoulder, this would be the armpit maybe, right? Or the elbow. Well, yeah, shoulder. If it's upside down, shoulder. Yeah, that's the armpit. So what we want to do is to be above that armpit there. I've never heard it done that way. So anything above, let's just call it the 200 period moving average. This AMCR could be an awfully nice chart. Awfully nice chart. CCI. It's CCI here. CCI is another one of those inverted head and shoulder type trades here. And there's the head. And then let's draw on a little bit. So this would be a shoulder, a head, then a shoulder. I guess that'd make that the armpit right there, wouldn't it? I've never done it that way before. Armpit. We're above that armpit, so go inverted head and shoulders. So now what we've got is a beautiful trend moving, and I'm just going to use the trend indicator here. So now let's shop for price. Shop for that entry. Are we consolidating? Yes, we are. Now all we need is the clue that the buyers are coming in. And there is nothing wrong with this if it wants to step back a little bit further, into closer to some sort of trend, or give some of this space up, pull back a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. The key is to have it on the watch list and then wait for those. Wait till you see those buyers. I had somebody ask me yesterday, what do I mean by strength? What do I mean by follow through? So let's just come back over here. You can see right here, we can say that there is no bullish strength in this candle, this candle, this candle, or this candle. None. There's nothing but seller strength in here. So where are the bulls? Where is the follow through? Where do we see strength? All right. I see a little bit of strength right there, but it didn't have follow through. Kind of tricked us maybe. It didn't have follow through. So we're going to put another trend line down here, just to point it out that the sellers have the control. Well, all of a sudden we have a bullish engulf, and now we have follow through. We have strength. It held up well. So from here, we can look at each one of those candles. There's strength, more strength, more strength. So that's what I mean by strength or follow through. Buyers coming in. I think that was the actual question. How do you know buyers are coming in? Right there. So buyers came in and they're continuing to come in. Buyers came in, they're continuing to come in. Buyers came in, but they did not stick around right here. Buyers came in, but they did not stick around. So we want those buyers to stick around. Anyway, thanks for that question. Take a look at EOG. EOG here. Beautiful trend to the upside. A little choppy, up and down, but continuing to make higher highs and higher lows. What I'm really liking about this is the current chart pattern. Look how we've popped up and we're just nice and tight right there, man. So we need buyers. Let's don't use that anymore. Let's use this. So based on the chart that I see in front of me right now, I think buyers over 25, we'll call it 60, that would get me excited. That might get me in that position. So today, if we moved up, or it could be 3 days from now. If we stay down here for 3 days and 3 days from now we pop up, that would do it. All right, that shows me that the buyers are coming in. This is certainly an opportunity to buy. Some people are going to wait for, let's wait for the close. Let's make sure it stays. That could be a time to buy. Some other people are going to say, all right, I'm going to wait till we see follow through right in here. Got to remember, the idea of buying into a chart is not all about, oh my gosh, I have to buy it right here. It's not that. It's not, oh my gosh, I have to hurry and buy it right here. You don't. The idea of the buying the chart is a big area like this. Because what you're wanting is that follow through. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. GFL. Rounded bottom breakouts, sort of, kind of. We certainly don't have the correct percent between, say, the price and the 200 right now. But I'm not going to shoot a chart down just because it doesn't have that. We do have the correct distance between the 50 and the 200, which is 10% is what we look for. It's not a secret. I think we've got nice price action right here. And man, I see this moving up. Nice chart. Now that I'm looking at it, one of my favorites here. Do be reminded that there is some earnings that's going to happen later this week, and also be reminded that Friday's a holiday. Okay, the market's going to be closed. MRO. A lot of the energy stocks, they look good. They haven't really done a lot the last few days. They certainly do look good. Here's MRO. You can see that sideways consolidation in here. So what we're looking for is buyers to come in. Now, there's nothing wrong with buying it in here and just sitting and waiting. You know, buy it inside here. There's nothing wrong with that. Setting your stop in place and then let it work. Nothing wrong with that. If that is absolutely a style to trade. Or you can wait till those buyers start showing up, and then that's the clue to start buying. XOM, same kind of sort of thing here. Moving sideways with a upside bias, too, very slight upside bias here. We have a pop up, a pullback, great little flag, great little J hook continuation pattern setting up here. CMCSA, that's a nice rounded bottom breakout. That's an excellent one. This is going to be what we're going to be talking about in the class on April 23rd. Also on the class, something we're going to do because of these alerts I created yesterday, these three right here, and because there's a lot of blue ice failures. For those that don't know, the rounded bottom breakout and the blue ice failure is extremely, they're very much the same. Very, very, very much the same. Now, you might be wondering, how is that possible when this is a rounded bottom breakout and this would be something like a blue ice failure up here? How are they the same? They're the same because if you put them in a mirror, they would look the same. That's why. And many of the same ideas are used. So we're going to look at that. So I've decided to add that to the class just because there is a lot of those blue ice failures out there, just like there's a lot of the rounded bottom breakouts. And I think it would be worth it, especially when you take in consideration the shambles. I'll just say everything is in. How's that? I don't want to get too picky on that. One more and then I'm going to call it a day. I know I had some shorts on there. Where'd they go? That's not one. 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 I sure thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Huh. FIS, rounded bottom breakout. Alrighty. Okay, I better get going here. We'll see everybody in a few minutes when the market opens up. Good luck today. Mind your P's and Q's. Don't get excited and overtrade, okay? Don't overtrade. We'll see everybody in a few. Take care and thank you.